Welcome to that father's conversation. Now we're talking the role of fathers in creating strong family bonds. We know how fathers are important to the family, and I've got Reverend Okomi Mensah joining me with this conversation. He's got all the tips that would, make it work for you. Remember, he celebrated 32 years. I can't imagine that you've been married for 32 years.
Why?
I don't know. I mean, that's like so many years together.
Well, it's day by day, hour by hour, moment by moment.
Does it feel the same? I mean, does it feel new or?
We have grown in relationship, in accommodation, in tolerance, in endurance, in love. Even our differences have grown, Now we know how to express our differences. You may call it conflict when you are young, but we know how to express our differences without offense. At least what we've learned to do is never ever to say something to one another which will be used against you in the court of love.
In the court of love?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, there are people who quarrel, and the things that come out of their mouth to their partners, you ask whether they are married or they are enemies. We've avoided that. Like, I don't want to use the word insult. I mean, really using bad words has never been one of the things that has characterized our expression of differences on an issue or where we are even poles apart. We don't come at each other's throat with the view of trying to win a battle. We have said that in marriage, nobody wins an argument.
Yeah.
We must come to the common ground, and that's what has kept us.
Well, congratulations.
Together. We are not an exciting couple, but
oh, you're
we
not?
are married.
You're not? Who says so?
We are married.
Okay, so let's
we have learned to marry. Yes.
We'll all get there. I mean, 32 years. That's a lot of years.
But so it seems like yesterday,
Yeah? You're smiling like...
No, it seems like yesterday. We just sit down and look back, and it was yesterday.
There's hope for me.
Yeah, it was yesterday. If you begin to count, that is when you get discouraged.
Yeah, okay.
But so you just live one day at a time, sweet Jesus. That's all I'm asking from you. Yes, that's all.
Okay, so let's talk about bonding, the role of the father in bonding with the family. The family today, most fathers are physically hardly there.
Yes.
So how do you do that, taking the modern man into consideration?
Well, one of the challenges of modernity is what Bob Marley said. People are in a rat race. In a rat race, they are running. They think that somebody is running ahead of them, but that person too thinks that he is running, he's somewhere. So sometimes as men, we get into competition in life without necessarily knowing where we are going. As a man, God puts you in the family to be the head. And if you are the head, then you have to have the eyes for the family, because the eyes are on the head. You must see, you must have a vision, you must have direction for everybody. Not enforce the direction, but to get people to walk along with you. You must also have ears for the family, which means that you listen and transfer info. I believe that every good father must have a vertical relationship, which can easily be transferred into a horizontal one. A vertical relationship means that you are going to love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your mind, with all your soul, with all your spirit and strength, and then you can love your wife and your children as yourself. So you must go vertical and come horizontal. When you are coming horizontal, you must also discern. That is why the nose is there. You must smell whether there's trouble coming with your children, with your wife, with yourself. You must be able to discern the moments of the history of your family. And then you must have the mouth. Last time we met, I said that the father is the priest and the prophet. So you must have the mouth that will not look on a terminal report of your son or daughter and end the person's life with your comments. I have never ever judged any of my children with what is considered an examination.
If they are not doing well in school,
if they are not doing well, you have. I remember when my son was in his 3rd year in school, I looked at his first term report, and the E's and the F's were somersaulting. So I told him, I made him take a pen. We did a physical thing. I said, convert all the E's to B's and all the F's to B's. Use the pen to do it. After he did it, I said, do you like what you're seeing? Say yes. I said, go and do likewise. And at the end of the day, when the results came, he said, Dad, I've surprised myself. I get me. I could have said that this is the end. I mean, in 3rd year, in 1st term, is this why we paid school fees? Is this why we did that? I said, look, you can do what you have just written. So go spend time and get it done. Although I did move years, made sure, I had a maths teacher and a few other things. But the rest, I left it with him and followed up on him until he surprised himself. Are you getting me? So you can, when the results are bad, it is not the person who is bad, it's the result which is bad. It's paper.
The paper is bad.
It's bad. God has never created junk. And if you win the first marathon of life by coming into this world, that marathon, the minimum number of participants about 120 million.
So it's not that that child is not intelligent. It's not intelligence.
No. We measure intelligence by cognitive. That child may just be creative. So you must even study and know your children. So that I did science, I did building tech. All my children did visual arts.
Did you choose for them? You let them choose?
No, they chose it themselves. The first one, we expected to do science. She went to school and said, Dad, I want to do visual arts. And I tried to stop it, but I went vertically to ask the father of all fathers. God has no grandchildren. So I went up there and asked, prayed about it. And the question that came back to me is, do you know your daughter? Do you know her? As to determine what should happen. And I thought that I didn't know her. So I said, okay, go ahead. And when the results came, that was the best. The second one, we saw signs of it in her ability to work on the computer at the age of about 5 or 6, drawing dresses and things like that. And the son could convert straws to human beings at the age of 4 with just a rubber band. And he did animation. So one way or the other, if you take time to look at them, you will see them. You see that they are coming up the way God wants them to come.
I know a lot of fathers who would object to their children, for instance, wanting to be musicians.
Then you kill the talent. Without knowledge, my people perish.
Yeah, but sometimes
but
you
talent,
know that
talent brings you before kings.
What if, as a father, there's no value in where your child wants to go?
Who determines value? Is every musician poor? It isn't. So if you like, again, when our children were growing up, we saw in our two daughters and even our son that they need to hear a song once and they can sing it the next day. So what I decided was buy good songs so that you influence their hard disk. Are you getting me? So we invested in so many things. They know their names. I don't know it. You know, these videos that have the song moving along with the words. Yeah, they knew, now they remember all, but it's good stuff on the hard disk. So it doesn't corrupt the hard disk. But you don't decide that because one or two musicians are singing profane. It means that if you leave your son to do music, he'll also be singing profane. No.
Would you, as a pastor, for instance, let your son or your daughter do hip life?
There's gospel hip life. Influence what he or she is going to write and sing. But don't suppress the talent. You can influence that. You can sit down, let's write a song. Let's do this, let's do that, let's do that. And gradually you would have charted a course and created a path for the person.
Let me go back to that physical presence.
Good. As a father, you must be present in their lives. You must. And what I'm saying is, it is not intimidating to be present. Let's go, school. You drop them, give everybody a high five, you know, or hug or pat them. If you can't pick them in the afternoon, see ya in the evening. Evening you come. Hey, how was school? Where's your homework? If there's PTA, try as much as possible to be there, because you know children have trophies in their parents. They want to show you around. Come and meet my dad.
Yeah.
And when they come, you put a swag on your life. Don't stand there boring father. You know, give the guys high five, and when you leave, they say that child, Poppy Deo, you know. And that is a world for a child. That's a world for a child. If you're able to do those small things, they miss you when you are not around. Anytime I travel, I test whether those times, I used to test whether I am missed just by calling home and getting, Dad, when are you coming back? And go and lie on bed and say, thank you, God, at least I'm missed. So you must, it is not going to be there for 24 hours, but the little moments create lasting memories with the little moments. Lasting moments. You know, you play basketball and I say the ladies, they want to hug, you know, walk hand in hand, you know, pickpocket you because you want to go and buy something.
Pickpocket you.
Yeah, you know, put your hand in your dad, I need some money, you know, can you lend me 20, which will go and not come back. You know, all those small things, they are not big things. You come home with some hobnobs, you know, you share it amongst them. It doesn't cost much, and it is not emotionally sapping, you know, to be there for them. It got to a stage where in my house, you know, anytime my wife, their mom wants to serve, they say, oh, Mom, you keep cool, Poppy is around. You know, because, you know, when I go, I am very generous.
Is it with the meat or what?
With the meat and with the... No, you know it should be the meat, not the carbohydrates. So all these small things are things that any father can do without, you know, really saying that you have sacrificed your authority as a father. And when you love your children, between us and our children, when you get angry, it hurts them that they've done something that makes you angry. Not because you are going to spank or anything, but to lose that bond, where they cannot come and have a chat, is what is lost, between the father and the children. Seriously, if you're a true Christian and you go and mess up in sin, the greatest punishment you get is your inability to pray. That's going to...
So that's like your inability to talk to your father.
Exactly. Exactly. It shouldn't be fear and trepidation. But that loss of moments of fellowship is the worst punishment a good father can give to the children.
Sure.
That you've offended me, you've done something, it hurts me, so I'm going to withdraw. It hurts. That is what I think gradually we must all get to.
Okay.
As parents. And like I'm saying, it's not a big thing. You close, you come, a chat, small chat.
Okay. Here's what I want to do. I want to give the opportunity for at least two persons to join us with. If you've got a present question that you want to ask, kindly call now on 0302-211-69102. 0302-211-69102. You can give us a call now and let's see if we can help you out. Okay, not me, it's Rev alone. Okay, so what are some of the quick tips that you want to leave on the minds of people, especially fathers who are not even close to their children as it is now?
Oh, get close. I don't know whether it was you who read it or I heard it on one of the stations where a daughter wrote to the father, and the father was shocked, to read the contents of that letter. That is all. So she was not looking for anything but to be able to have a chat with the father. And I've gone through, many facets of life where you are walking around town, Dad, are you close to the mall? Can you get us always super and things like that? You go and put it in a basket, you get to the cashier and they look at it and say, this is not tissue.
Oh, they'll tell you that?
No, sometimes they think you wanted paper tissue and you wrongly bought it. For a man with gray hair in your beard, holding this in a basket. But once in a while you do it, you go and stand in a shop, you are buying, painkillers for PMS, and the people are looking at you, So those small acts, make them, they will come to you with anything. They will discuss anything and everything with you. So they don't have a secret life because you are open to them and they are open to you. So when you ask even what people consider sensitive questions, do you have any young man in your life? They will give you an answer. I mean, are you looking at the ladies? They will give you an answer. But when they think that you are not there, that is when people will add the word sugar to your position and become surrogate fathers, for your children. But I think that every father must be able to bond with the children on very small scale, paddy level. As they grow with them.
All right. Let me speak to Abraham, who is joining us. Hello, good morning. Hello, Abraham.
Yeah, hello, good morning, Mama.
Yeah, good morning. Kindly speak up a bit for me.
Okay. I'm Abraham calling from Bob.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm actually grateful for you having I'll call you my father's issue. Actually, I'm the second but last born in the family. And I told you when I was a kid, I actually saw my father and mother fighting physically. And it really hit me at that time when I was a small boy. Now, as grown up now, my dad is currently retired in Sinyani. Now, looking at it, the role of the father in creating a family bond. In my situation, I find it difficult to understand why many of our fathers up north here have it difficult living kids in life. Now, I was talking about the results in secondary school nowadays. I remember the time my results got bad in the SS1. I was forced to do this, so I wanted to teach them my art. And I tried to change it, it wasn't possible. And I tell you now, after business methods, I didn't go further into any business. I did IT now. But then it looks like some of my family brothers, even my father, they don't see anything good in what I'm doing in IT. And sometimes it dampens my spirit. It's something that I do. But then I'm glad I'm thinking the food I'm helping out. My father is saying himself.
Thank you. I'm grateful. Thanks for sharing. Let me speak to Musa quickly. Hello, Musa. Good morning.
Hello.
Yeah.
Madam.
Yes, good morning. Can you kindly turn down the volume on your television set for me so we don't get feedback disturbing our conversation?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Let's go.
Good morning.
Yes, good morning, Musa.
Good morning.
I'm calling from Tamale.
Okay.
I want to confess what our Reverend Pastor said. And I'm having a problem with my child, my son. Anytime I went home, I'm that close of the work and I went home. He used to come and greet me. And I don't know whether, because I'm not staying with him regularly or every day, and the child used to hear me. But if the mother is talking to him, he plays with her. But for me, anytime I call him, sometimes he may refuse. And I want to find out from my pastor and see.
And that's your son, right?
Yeah, my son.
Has it always been like this?
Listen.
Has it always been like this?
Yeah.
Okay. How old is your son, by the way?
It's 3.5 years.
3.5.
Two.
2.5
years.
Okay, all right. Yes. All right. So I'll try and find some answers for you. But thank you, Musa. So on Musa's case, his son is not flowing with him.
Has not
Closer.
Yet bonded.
Okay. Yes.
So I didn't get the story where is he not married to the mom because he said
yes, the son is 2.5, closer to the mother than is to the dad.
But they are not married. Is that the situation?
Yeah, and yes, he doesn't live with them.
Okay.
So he doesn't know if it's because of his absence.
The path is very simple. Is to go through the mother.
Oh, so what do you talk? Do you let the woman know that this
yes,
is what I feel?
Once the boy sees the two of you are close, he will get close to the two of you. Are you getting me?
But that's a tricky situation if you are no longer with the woman.
If you are no longer with the woman, because you have to, now the boy has set boundaries, although they are not very strong boundaries. He has set boundaries. And you have to go through those boundaries. And your visa is best. You can apply for that visa through the mom. Are you getting me?
Okay. All right.
If the boy comes and sees, even if you are not married, you shake the mom, you speak with her, and that is it. He feels comfortable coming to you because, the person he likes, you like.
Okay.
Not necessarily married to her, but you like her.
Okay.
But if she sees that, okay, you're distancing yourself from the woman, but you want my relationship with the person I trust,
then that's the problem.
It's going to be
all right.
bit
Good advice there.
Yeah.
We have to end this conversation now,
Good.
but I'm grateful for your time.
Thank you.
Yeah, Reverend Okomi Mensah with the ICGC Christ Temple,
yes.
And I'm always grateful when he comes to share some of his very deep thoughts with us. When we come back, last thing before we wrap up, we're talking the Joy FM Beauty and Bridal Fair. Please stay with me. Okay, sorry.